we might want to maybe spy on Castile just in case. Just in case we decide to betray him. I mean, you know,
okay,
maybe.
All right,
That's
I'm
up to
here for
you.
it.
That's up to you.
Oh no, we currently have sent a diplomat. We cannot send another until December 18th.
Yeah, so you can only interact with a nation once every 30 days, or 31 days, depending on how many days we're in the month. So we'll have to wait until next month. In the meantime, there's a concept that people will talk about called lazy diplomats. Basically, your diplomats are a currency, they're a resource. If you're not using them every single month, then you're wasting that resource. So we should do something with the diplomat, but we don't have to. If you'd rather just kind of be more relaxed, it's not a big deal. You can have a diplomat sitting around. It's not going to be the end of the campaign or anything if you don't use every single one every month. What I would default to if I have nothing better to do is either improve relations with an ally, improve relations with a subject, or you know where the Pope is, right?
Yeah, I know where the Pope is.
It always pays to please the Pope.
Okay.
Just right-click on the Pope and then go down to the subsection Relations Actions, and then Improve Relation with the Pope.
Improve relations. Got it.
And just like with spy networks, you need to click Improve Relations and then also click Confirm.
Hold on. I'm still getting used to like how to scroll around the map on this because it's a little different.
Yep. There's a couple different ways. You can do edge scroll.
Yeah, that's what I have been doing.
Or you can do middle mouse click drag. Some people like that.
Oh, okay, that's so much better.
I usually zoom out really far and then I edge scroll and then zoom back in. With middle mouse wheel forward and middle mouse wheel backward, you can zoom in and out.
Okay, the PayPal stays and improve relations.
Yeah, not send insult. Unless you want to get excommunicated, like somebody I know. Okay.
That was hilarious, by the way, how that all went down. I love that we had like a Pope for all of, I don't know, 2 hours at the LAN party, and then he was promptly murdered.
Hey, he started that war. That was not my fault.
I know. We talked about it. I actually got to catch up with the Pope at PAX Unplugged, and it was great.
I wonder what his thoughts were, because I didn't actually get to talk to him outside of the event itself and the very end of the very end when we were all doing that big disco dance party thing. All right, so let's fix this issue. So right now we're getting some more pop-ups about being raided.
Yep.
So what's happening is that if you right-click on Morocco, so we can look at their diplomacy screen, there is like a grid format in the top right corner of his diplomacy screen. 3 columns, 4 rows. You see all those little numbers in the top right corner?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
In the middle column, 3rd row down, you've got a little light bulb.
Mm-hmm.
You hover over the light bulb, you can see the Moroccan Traditions. These are like the national ideas of Morocco, like what defines Morocco as a unique tag, unique entity in the game. So they have naval force limit modifier plus 25, they can have big navies, and they have a function or a feature called May Raid Coasts. They're using that to destroy our country, and we're going to make them pay for it eventually. But in the meantime, we can try to prevent them from doing it by sending some ships to go hunt pirates. So let's go back to the navy that we docked, the one that's mothballed.
Okay.
And then go ahead and just like box select it or just click on the 13. And if you still want to use keyboard shortcuts, you can first press H to unmothball it, then press B to open up the create new unit interface, and then just grab one of the heavies. Just take one heavy out.
Okay.
And then once you have that one heavy selected,
I messed up and I clicked out of the menu by accident.
Okay. An alternative.
There's a lot of menus in this game. There's a lot of menus.
Yeah. Another way you can select the navy if you want is in the right side of the screen. There is that outliner with the head of the diplomats. There is a subsection for navies. You can just grab the one heavy. He's all by himself. It says 1251. That'll select that fleet for you. Then press M to go to missions and set him to hunt pirates.
Hunt pirates.
And the node we want to protect is the Sevilla node, which is where we are, all the green territory.
Yep.
And then he will go out and hunt pirates.
Good luck, little ship.
Now make sure you mothball the other 12 heavies, or the 12 ships though, because we had to unmothball them in order to select that one unit out.
Okay.
We only need to use one because that's all we need. As long as one ship is hunting pirates, the AI will no longer raid your coasts because they will have a 99% penalty to the amount of money that they would get from raiding you.
Got it.
All right, so that will handle that problem. Standard speed is paused, says chat. We'll try to speed it up a little bit. I don't want to overwhelm her because
I'm following along pretty well though.
Okay.
We have a new alliance, military alliance between England and Kildare, and then we have more pirates raiding our coasts.
Yep. Okay, so I kept that alert open, and I just want to illustrate the difference now. If you want to look at your devastation is like the opposite of prosperity. It's like how well is your province, how well your province is doing, or how poorly are they doing. You press the I key twice.
Okay.
That is the Devastation Map mode. And you can see that we've got red in our country. Right? Lisboa has a little bit of red, Beja has red, Algarve has red. The province that we just got a pop-up about is Coimbra and Aveiro. Those are different though. If you click on those provinces, you see the little like skull, the yak skull or something?
Yeah.
In Aveiro and Coimbra, it is at 0.1% devastation. But in Lisboa, it's at 8.66. So that's the effect of having that one heavy hunt pirates. We got raided, but they only did 0.1% devastation instead of like 10%.
Okay.
So that's basically what's happened there. I also see an alert from Castile.
I was just about to say, we got a royal marriage proposal.
Yeah, would you like to get married to Castile?
I don't know. Is it a good idea? Let's see. Our legitimacy will change by -3?
Yeah.
Is that bad?
It's going to delegitimize our government a little bit to wed the Castilians. So that's caused because we have less prestige than they do. So actually, it's not related to prestige. I think it's related to legitimacy. You generally speaking, when you do a royal marriage, you lose a little bit of legitimacy, and that's not a big deal usually. I believe if you have really low prestige or low legitimacy, then you don't actually take a penalty legitimacy. But I would just accept until Castile does anything wrong. We're not going to want to actively try to kill him. He's probably the only thing keeping us alive from France later on. All right, so to get back to that main map mode again, remember, just press W or E.
Got it.
I usually spend a lot of time on the diplomatic map mode, which is shortcut key E. That's where it shows like province, country, like opinion, and it colors them by whether or not you're friends, kind of thing. And then W is the one you're familiar with province colors. All right, so we're basically just waiting now for our regency to end.
I got a herald. We have a herald from Castile. And then sad news. Our royal marriage has ended. He died.
Yeah, apparently the honeymoon was a bit too much for him or something. Yeah,
Damn.
he's already dead. So he's got a 000. This is a very well-known character that the subreddit for EU4 is always talking about. Enrique the Fourth is a 000, which is a reference to how many monarch points he generates. So he's the worst possible leader you could actually have. He generates no monarch points at all on a scale of 0 to 6 in each category. So he could generate up to 18 points, and he generates 0. Our Regency Council right now is generating 4, 2, and 1. So that's not too bad. 7 overall points. And then Afonso, when he comes into power, he will generate 7 points as well. Slightly below average. So we also have an alert from England. They want to try their hand at marriage now.
Okay, that looks like it would actually help us out.
Yep, and they're also our ally. We didn't send the alliance offer, but at the start of the game, Portugal is just allied with England. It's just a default setting.
Oh, got it. Okay.
We have a new alert. Mission fulfilled. Congratulations, you've just done your first mission. Well done.
I didn't get that alert, so hooray.
Well, it's not a pop-up, it's an alert.
Oh, that's right. Okay, you're right. I see it. Mission fulfilled, yeah.
So this is a missions system that they added a few patches back. And basically it gives you kind of like a template or a guideline of like what you should try to do. So if you ever are just playing a campaign, you don't really know what you're supposed to work toward, some nations have custom mission trees, and they will kind of guide you through a playstyle or a game plan. So in this case, if you hover over the question mark on the left of that English alliance, it says one of the following must be true. Either we are allied with England and they like us by at least 100 points, or we rival them. So we just got their opinion of us to above 100 because of that royal marriage. So that's why that mission got satisfied. And now there's that little medal or something.
Yeah,
it looks like a little
glowing gold dude.
A little gold pin type thing. You can click on that and then we'll get a permanent claim on Galicia and the Asturias area. In order to, you actually have to like turn the mission in to collect the reward though. So click that like little yellow thing. And there we go. So now we have claims on our ally. To see those claims.
Neat.
Yeah. So that's, yeah, exactly. Like I liked being allies with Castile, but you know, we'll see. It's tenuous. So press the E key.
Mm-hmm.
And do you see now green for us and blue for Castile?
Yes.
And you see yellow dashed lines across the top half of his country. Those are the claims that mission just awarded us from getting the alliance and getting the opinion with England. So we just got a bunch of claims on Castile. We might have some random events that pop up because of that. We'll see.
Oh, cool.
And there's the Conquest Casus Belli just popping up right now, letting us know that we have the ability to attack him.
Nice.
Yeah, chat's also commenting. I think it's worth mentioning. You don't have to do the missions. Like you could just ignore them, but it's a resource. Right. It gives you rewards to do it, so usually you're going to want to do it.
Okay.
All right. On the outliner, top right corner, you can see we're almost up to 20 spy network strength with Morocco and Granada. So we'll fabricate our own claims manually soon. And we're still just waiting until January of 47 till our Regency Council's over.
While we're waiting, I'm just gonna let Twitter know that I'm tagging Paradox. I'm learning how to play EU4. I also got Crusader Kings as well. Like everybody has like let me know that I'm really gonna love Crusader Kings, so I got it. Like I got everything, and I got Solaris. Wow,
that is a lot of Paradox to learn. These games take hundreds of hours to get like good at.
Boy, okay.
So you'll be busy for a while. I got two pop-ups that are kind of important. One is about the surrender of Maine. Did you see that?
Yes.
So England and France just had a scripted event, meaning that it happens every game. There's an event that'll fire that most of the time causes them to go to war. In this case, England was unwilling to give Maine back. So they're fighting over that, and we're kind of sort of involved because we're technically allies with England, but we're not actually going to be called into the war because England is the aggressor. He can't call us in because it's an offensive war. If we were allied to France, we would actually get a defensive call right now. But hey, we want France to die because he rivaled us. So we actually, because we rivaled him, we probably should try to help out with this war. Do you want to actually try to get involved with it a little bit? It's a difficult war to win. I don't know.
Should we?
I think we could make France die. And because you decided to rival him, I'm tempted to actually put some effort into making this.
Okay, all right, then let's do it.
All right. Okay, so it's an offensive war. So how can we get involved? Let's think about this. He can't
just, like kick him or something.
He can't call us in, but we can use a mechanic called Condottieri to rent troops to England. The only drawback is that we only have 10 transports, which means that we can't send our entire army to him. This is going to be a bit risky. Yeah, chat's saying, are you trying to end this game fast? Going against France? Hey,
oh no!
I didn't choose this. All right. Allow me to just do some micro. I'll move some units around and stuff. We're gonna...
I'll let you, yeah. I'm watching you, so...
Let's get situated here. So I'm gonna use my, my fancy keyboard shortcuts to move things around a little bit faster. Looks like you forgot to mothball the heavies again.
Oh, I did? I'm sorry. I thought I did.
Nope. Wasting all our money.
Oh.
Going broke.
Oops.
All right.
We have 71 monies.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a diplomat back. Remember how we sent one diplomat off to the Pope to please him? We need to bring a diplomat back. It takes time, so I just right-clicked in the outliner to bring him home. Okay. So right now you can see it ticking down, 5 days, 4 days, etc. And then I've just shipped off 10 troops to England. So there's a drawback to Condottieri in that you have to, this is really silly, you have to have land access to their capital in order to rent them out. So what we're going to do is ship our army off to England. Once it gets there, then we'll be able to rent it to him. We need to ask England for military access, which I've just asked him for. He's going to give it to us, and then we're going to drop our troops off. So do you see the Navy up there by England?
Yep, I see everything moving. Yeah, because it's like it's lit up, kind of like because we're there and we can see it, right? That's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we would prefer to give him our entire army, but there is no way for us to give him the whole army and be able to get it back to the mainland since we only have 10 transports. So we can only really give him a 10 stack, but let's see if it'll make a difference in his war. So to rent Canottieri, grab the 10 troops that are now up in Glamorgan.
71 monies. I'm sorry, chat's making fun of me.
Yep. Yeah, well, chat's also talking about paratroopers, which is very similar to what I did with Japan at the EU4 LAN Party. So go ahead and, just like we were doing with the Navy, box select the army. And we want to appoint a leader. At the top, there's a button that says no leader. It's got a little red highlight around it.
Yep.
Click on that. And then we have a scripted general that we start the game with, whose name is Earl. There you go. So he's now appointed. He's a 2-star general. Now right-click on England.
Okay.
And we actually have to wait till September 13th because we have to wait that whole month before we can send another offer to him. So let's go to the 13th. Now, the third option under the alliance actions is offer Condottieri.
Mm-hmm.
If you click on that, and then we want to rent him the Garda Real, the second one with Earl of Orange. So you click on that box there, and then just offer it to him for whatever he'll pay. We don't care. We just want to offer it to him so that we can help him in his war.
Okay.
So a day later, he'll accept. So you get a pop-up. He has accepted our offer. He's going to pay us 3 ducats a month for that. Now we're going to turn around and send that Navy back onto our boats.
Oh, we're broke.
Yep, it's okay. That's because the maintenance for that 10 stack just went up.
Okay.
Basically, we had the maintenance turned down to 0 for the whole army, but when we rented it as Condottieri, it forces the maintenance to full on that 10 stack.
Okay.
This is
right.
Potentially risky, but hey, you wanted to rival England or France, so let's see what happens. All right, our Navy's now in Côte d'Argent. Let's ask for military access.
Oh wait, by the way, there's a Muscovy has declared war on their new enemy, Novograd. No.
Yep. Top right. Well, top right depends on exactly where you're looking on the map. If you zoom out really far and you go look up in the northeast, Muscovy is preying on Novgorod. It's mean. He does it every game. He's a really mean guy. All right, so we're gonna land the army in Vizcaya now that we have military access from Castile.
Okay. I'm really glad I have your stream up because I'm trying to follow along.
Yeah, there's a lot of learning involved. So now our Condottieri are hostile to the French army. We're not actually at war with France. We've just basically rented out some of our army, and we're still technically at peace. But this army is, for all intents and purposes, at war with France. So you see how, look in Navarro, that little tiny yellow country between us right now?
Mm-hmm.
See how that 4K is gray?
Yeah.
The actual center part of it is gray. That means it's neutral. It's not, we don't care. But if you look at the horse in Laborde, it's got that, yellowish, orangish color to it.
Yeah.
It means it's hostile. If we were actually at war properly, they would actually be red because we're at war. But that's just kind of how you differentiate whether or not you are hostile when you're using Condottieri. Condottieri, It is a DLC mechanic. I don't remember which one added it. I think maybe Art of War. That's not that important, really. So let's see if we can annoy France a little bit. We do not want to go fight his 30,000 troops. There's a 6 stack in Laborde and a 23 stack in Aquitaine. That is practically suicide. But we can go annoy him by maybe asking for military access from Aragon. He will not give it. He's got 0 reasons for acceptance. So
but we were going to do it anyway.
So what we need to do is we need to just improve relations with Aragon for a moment to make him like us enough to say yes. So, do you remember how to send diplomats to improve relations?
Yes.
In the meantime, I'll bring our transports back home. Good chat thinks it was not Art of War, it was actually Mare Nostrum. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm going to pause the game here, just so we don't miss our monthly tip.
Okay, wait, no, I need you to tell me how to send Diplomat again.
Okay, right-click on Aragon.
Yep, he's there.
And then it's about 3
Improve relations.
subcategories down. Relations, actions. Yep.
Got it.
Improve relations. Yep. Okay, cool. And so I paused it right before the monthly tick because the monthly tick is when the actual improvement happens. So now he has 8 opinion with us. Let's right-click on him again, and at the very bottom of the list is that ask for military access. Now he has 1 reason to accept because he likes us a little bit by 8 points. So you can go ahead and already bring that diplomat back home. I'll take care of that. And at the end of this month...
Yeah, I see it. It has a check mark now.
Yep. All right, go ahead and ask Aragon for military access.
Okay. Confirm.
Tomorrow he'll say yes. And now we have free access through his country. We're going to go around, and we're just going to kind of go annoy France by moving into Toulouse.
All right, so we're just like pissing them off.
We're trying to help England. I mean, you rivaled France.
I get it.
So we're going to do what we can to try to help out, but it's probably not going to make a difference. Historically, England loses this war.
Oh my gosh, the Papal States excommunicated ruler of province.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did at the EU4 LAN Party as well. It's quite rude of him. All right, so we're in Roussillon, and we need to talk about like how combat works and also terrain and rivers and like, you know, let me go get the dictionary. 1 second. We have 10 stack, 10 troops. It's not a huge army, but it's got a 333 leader, which is pretty good. It's relatively safe. And we should be able to at least cause some damage to France. We're going to want to stick to defensive terrain, though, so that we don't get caught out and surrounded and like just really take a huge beating. So if you press the Q key, Q is going to toggle back and forth between simple terrain and the loot map mode. So Q shows Toulouse as like this grayish, bluish sort of color. And that is hills. Everywhere on the map right now, anything that's that color is hills. Anything that's like a brownish color is mountains. Etc. When you look at hills, in the province dialog, you can hover over the actual like picture, and it tells you supply limit +5, dice roll for attacker -1, etc. What we care about is this dice roll for attacker -1. If we put our army in Toulouse, it'll have defensive advantages if someone tries to attack us. We can't actually get to Toulouse because there's a fort in Narbonne, though, so we kind of have to either harass them in Narbonne or go around the long way. We could actually get into Bern. Can you see right now how I have the army selected and it's showing like a path?
Yeah.
This is the super fun concept of zone of control, where there is a fort in the province of Narbonne, and it's blocking movement. So we can't actually get to Toulouse because that fort is there. So let's just go into Narbonne and see if it causes France to respond.
Okay. Oh god.
Are you scared yet or nervous yet?
I'm a little nervous. I feel like maybe I made a mistake.
Well, you did rival France, who, for the record,
I feel like that was a mistake.
France is the 3rd ranked great power in the game right now. He's pretty strong. So we'll see what happens.
Oh boy.
For now, they're not coming for us. Good news is, if we see an enemy army, we can just retreat into Roussillon, and that is also hills. So it's relatively safe. In the meantime, also, we are looting. If you select that 10 stack, there is a little dialogue at the very top. It shows that we have maximum loot per month from this army is 1.4 ducats. So because the army is in an enemy province, we're like looting and pillaging the countryside, which is kind of why we joined the war. We just want to mess with France. And also, after the Condottieri have been rented out for 18 months, England's going to be paying us 3 ducats a month. Okay, that's... Pause! Just tried to... Nope! Stop! I tried to press the spacebar, it didn't work because we're multiplayer. So he came over. He didn't like that we were messing with him.
Oh so my god! They're fighting!
We're gonna lose some troops.
Oh Jesus!
And
there's so many.
And France is pretty strong. And he's using a general.
Oh my god! This was a mistake.